Flipkart has answered that big question on when they plan to foray into video originals. And joining me is Prakash, who's heading the initiative here at Flipkart to take us through the plans that they have for the video offering going ahead. Thank you so much for taking out the time and joining us. The first thing anyone would want to ask is what's different with the offering by Flipkart Originals. I know you have a bunch of shows really lined up, but what really is the distinct flavor that you're hoping to bring to the Indian market?
Hi, thank you for coming down. So when we looked at the market and we launched the OTT platform about 2 months back, where the idea was to get all the content that is available in the market with a huge focus on tier 2, tier 3, right? So we believe that as OTT has boomed in India, if you look at it, most of the OTT players are primarily serving evolved markets and metros and urban customers, and tier 2, tier 3 is not fully served, and hence more UGC platforms today serve than the professional video platform. So that is one big focus. The Bharat is the focus. Now when we come to content, right, while we have aggregated a lot of content from Viacom, Eros, all the top players when it comes to movie libraries, top series and serials, but what we realize is that for mobile screen, a lot of innovations in content has not happened, right? So and we said that is a clear gap area when we talk to our customers and when we see their users patterns, right? And hence we took a pivot that how do we make snackable, mobile first, mobile only content, right? And there are two distinctive features of mobile. One is that people are very switching between different apps very fast, switching between different content very fast, right? So we said, how do you make smaller bite-sized content? And when you say make smaller bite-sized content for smaller screens, that means it is produced differently, shot differently, and that is one. The second is today mobile screen or the mobile device offers a lot of the entire ecosystem around it. There is a mic, there is a camera, there is the interactability, the touch screen and all. And if you see, it can open up a very different paradigm, and we keep saying that we want to build interactive content, but what we see that if you look around, people have only exploited interactivity of mobile to like voting for reality shows and all, but how do you reimagine the entire non-fiction world? How do you do one of the largest quiz shows hosted by the largest celebrities done completely on? How do you reimagine a singing reality show or a dance reality show so that you do not have to go through the cumbersome process of auditions and stuff like that?
Got it. So you're saying you want to ensure that the audience is a lot more engaged with the medium going ahead. Got it. Got that message. But will Flipkart be a lot more aggressive as far as video is concerned in terms of investments that you would be making, partnerships that you would be striking, considering that there's so much? And I'll come to the competition bit post this really.
So I think aggression is a relative term, but what we want to do is we want a very large part of it, or perhaps every user that is using video, digital video, to be on our platform, right? And that is really the strategy, and that's why what we have done is we have removed all the barriers from a pricing perspective, so it's a free service. We have also removed the barrier that you have to download the app, so it's on the Flipkart app. So the idea behind it is that we'll do whatever is needed to get the entire spectrum of the digital universe to engage with our service.
Got it. But you spoke about this bet on technology, and that's something Kalyan told me when I met him during BBD. I asked him, how will you crack the video market? And he said, technology will be the differentiator. You spoke about mobile first, you spoke about interactiveness. Could you elaborate on what you're defining as technology that is something that will help you win this market?
Yeah, so if you see, we see that there are two trends that are happening in India. One is a trend around digital video consumption, right, which every OTT player is talking about. But I think there is a very strong trend on the other side, which is gamification or the adoption of games. Now, we are imagining a universe where both games and videos are into a singular piece, right? So so as I said, interactivity for us, so people say, people augment their shows with interactivity. For us, interactivity is the show. So the core, heart and soul of it is interactivity, and the larger thought behind it is complete democratization of the platform that you're giving, right? So as I said, right, if you're doing a reality show, how every single person who is interested into that reality show without any friction can participate into it will be the objective, right? So, and we think that the technology can get us there, so we are bringing a lot of gaming technology and merging it with the video technology. That's what we're doing.
Interesting. But I want you to be candid. Would you agree that you're late to the bandwagon, so to say? Yeah, as we spoke, 30 offerings that people have, Prime, Netflix, Zomato is into it. Everyone wants to be on video because video is something that people are increasingly spending time on. Are you late on the bandwagon, really?
We don't think so. If you talk about the 30 services, 25 of them are paid. And when you make it a paid service, what you suddenly do is only 5% of the audiences are interested into that service, right? So our strategy to go behind interactive content is first of its kind. And if you think about it, while we bracket all the OTT platforms into with a single paintbrush, but out of 30, all 30 of them are in scripted content. And as we want to go into unscripted content, interactive content, and free service, it makes it a unique proposition. So I see this platform equally a gaming platform as much as I see it as a video platform, right? Which stands for uniqueness and first of its kind.
Got it. I like the idea of how, gaming, reality shows, fiction, non-fiction all comes together. But when you're talking about this being a free platform, it is. When you launched in August, it's in the app really. How long? Will this be free for the longest time for the consumer? Do you have a timeline for the next 2-3 years for everyone watching this, that the video on Flipkart really is going to be absolutely
free? I think that's our current strategy. We want to make it work from a free perspective, and we are putting all the bells and whistles to make that a sustainable business on its own. So from that perspective, the current outlook is free, but subject to change if there are new dimensions to it. But currently, the idea is it will be free.
But in terms of monetization, of course, the entire ad world and things like that is something that you'd increasingly explore to make this a more viable option for the long haul.
Yeah. So if you take a larger context, Flipkart is already one of the largest digital advertising platforms, which have tremendous amount of intent, insights, and brands are completely love to engage with us. So ads being one of the key pieces. We also see that in-show interactions, as we build it as an interactivity platform, is a key ask from a lot of advertisers, because today most of the video ads are only view-based, where users can't engage with those ads. So as we build an interactivity platform, that would be another piece that we'll evaluate.
Got it. Last couple of questions before I let you go. A lot of this would also depend on striking partnerships, some of them that you forged with production houses, with content creators. What's really the plan on that front? Have enough conversations taken place? What's the lineup like that we will see? Would you put a number in the next 1 year? How many originals will we really see from Flipkart?
So we have no qualms in admitting we are not a studio. We are a technology company, and that would mean that all the media, all the content will come through partnerships, right? Exclusive partnerships, non-exclusive partnerships, and we will be most affable platform to partner from, right? And more proactive platform to partner from. Now, when our intensity is concerned, as I said, that we have squarely a very, very strong focus on customers, and with that, we believe that we want to be putting something new almost every day, right? And that's the vision. That how do you get something new that the user comes every day, interacts with your platform every day, and that is what we'll strive towards with these partnerships.
We'll see how that pans out. Lastly, Bharat, increasingly we're seeing Flipkart talk about it. You also mentioned that considering that you'd see a lot more users, first-time users get on the platform through video, how different it is to cater to that market in terms of, stories that you're trying to tell or content that you're trying to generate is very distinct to what you would really direct to an urbanite like you and me, right?
Completely agree with you. And from that perspective, the medium of storytelling that we are choosing, or the shows that we are choosing, are more shows that have worked in a TV domain for the larger masses. We see, I think today when we think about OTT, there's this conversation that it is from Nagin to Narcos, right? And while I'm not saying we want to be Nagin, but we don't want to be Narcos either, right? So we want to put up things that resonate with masses, and we have a clear strategy which you'll see unfolding in next few months.
Got it. What are those early trends that you're seeing out in terms of what are users lapping up? Any one or two distinctive trends from a Flipkart video perspective?
Yeah, so about 50 to 60% of our users are from tier 3, and that was our strategy. We said that all the OTT platforms are serving metro or tier 1, while tier 3 is completely unserved, and like TikToks of the world, YouTubes of the world are serving it, which is not necessarily the professionally created content. So that is the market we started our journey for, and they are resonating very, very well for the platform.